First of all, I want to say congrats to the Dutch because that was a very, very, very good performance in the group stage here, defeating all three opponents, Austria, Ukraine, and North Macedonia, to get 9 points in the group. And they would await the third place team from groups D, E, or F. So, and then they will be in Amsterdam too. So, good stuff by the Netherlands, man. And I'm looking forward to who they play in the next round. And I think they have a very nice path into the quarters and maybe beyond. But Frank de Boer, you did good. The critics thought that you weren't going to do well, but you did good. There was a lot of skepticism around how the Netherlands would perform, seeing that they missed the last two major international tournaments, being Euro 16 and World Cup 2018. And we didn't know what to expect from the Dutch. But they made it back to the Euros with some very good work by what's it? I'm running blank on him, Ronald Koeman, who went to Barcelona, and good work, very, very good work. The team looks very assured, and you could say that they look good in defense, in the midfield, and in attack. Even without Virgil van Dijk, their leader in the team, they were still able to go through this group almost unscathed. It was only Ukraine that really gave them a test when they were 2-0 up, and then Ukraine came back and almost took something from that game. But overall, the Dutch were solid. It was a solid group effort, and you gotta point out individual performances from Memphis Depay, Denzel Dumfries, maybe not their goalkeeper who wasn't tested that much, Stekelenburg in goal, but Frankie de Jong did a stellar job in midfield as well. Daley Blind at the back, Patrick Van Aanholt, and you cannot forget the effort. You have to mention the effort from Gini Wijnaldum, who scored a brace in that game versus North Macedonia. So he got 3 goals in the tournament, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So pretty good stuff, man. Pretty good stuff by the boys in orange, or I should say the men in orange, because they played more like men than boys. So that's good. Good stuff. And the Dutch fans are not disappointed by the performance. I hope they're not, because there's not much things to really criticize about what Frank de Boer and the team has done. And you could see that he meant business when he went into the game against North Macedonia with only a few changes. I thought since the Netherlands topped the group already, they were going to make at least 8 to 11 changes, but they mean business, and they want to do something at this tournament. Coming in second in the group, Austria. Oh man, I never predicted Austria to even get out of this group, not even as a best third place team, but there they go. Coming in second, Pippin, Ukraine, a team I predicted to actually go on to top the group. I can't believe, I think I did, I can't believe I did that. Ukraine have let me down. They have let me down. Them and Turkey are two of the most disappointing teams at Euro 2020. Seriously. Andrei Shevchenko seemed like he lost the plot in terms of his selection, and in this game that they lost 1-0 to Austria, they were just never in the game. They had a few half chances, but they never looked like they were going to score. Austria were just all over them. They outworked them. They outplayed them. And Austria should have won the game by at least 2-0 if Arnautovic had put that ball away. And talking about Arnautovic, he could be an Achilles heel in the next round. They can. Because Austria, they go on to play Italy. And that listen, you don't want to, listen, you're happy that you're in the next one, but Italy, that's going to be a rough opponent. But you got to give it to Franco Foda and his Bundesliga squad, whereas 21 players from the Austrian team play in the German Bundesliga. And that is 4 more than the number of Bundesliga players that plays for Germany, which is simply ridiculous when you really think about it. So you got to give it to the Bundesliga team from Austria, though, for coming in second in this group, and it was a stellar performance. They just needed a point to go through, but they go on to the next round with 6 points. They beat North Macedonia and they beat Ukraine. So very good effort. And I have to give Franco Foda the credit this time around, because I mentioned that he needed to play Alaba at left back and not at centre back. And Alaba played at left back, and bam, it was Alaba's ball in that resulted in the goal. So look, man, sometimes Foda, you gotta listen to me. All right, you gotta tune into the live streams, and you gotta listen to what I'm saying, because I'll be making some very good points. So it was a quality performance by Austria throughout the group. They were outplayed, outclassed by the Dutch, of course, even though they didn't put on a bad effort in that game. And with the absence of Arnautovic, who did score in the game against North Macedonia, I think it kind of affected them. Or maybe now that he missed the easy chances in this game against Ukraine, you could say, they didn't miss him, really. They really didn't miss him. You see what I'm saying? But it was a stellar performance by Austria. Xaver Schegler in the midfield, Marcel Zabitzer, Konrad Laimer. You have Stefan Leiner, the right back, Alaba, of course, and their back line. Very solid. You gotta mention Hinteregger. You gotta mention the goalkeeper Bachmann, and they were solid, man. They were solid. I think Schoff came on and did a good job for Bart Gartner. I think these names are so many names to remember, guys. But Baumgartner, who scored a goal today against Ukraine, he had to go off with a head injury, and when Schoff came on, the man from Schalke, he was just a live wire, and he gave the Ukrainians a lot of trouble, man. So solid performance by Austria. I wish them well in the next round, but I think the round of 16 may be the ceiling for Austria. It could be the ceiling. Whereas for the Dutch, they're looking like a quarterfinal exit. You know what I mean? Or if they perform well, they could go further than that. But for Austria, though, even though they're a quality outfit, I don't see them going further than the round of 16. That's just my thoughts. And well played, Franco Foda. This is the first time Austria have moved on from the group stage of any Euro tournament. So I'd like to say congratulations to them, and, they actually proved me wrong. As for Ukraine, who came in third, their status in Euro 2020 is actually in limbo right now, because they have to wait and see what happens in the other groups, because they came in third. They have a -1 goal difference. Not a bad goal difference at all, but you would have wanted a 0 or a positive goal difference to give yourself a better chance to go through to the next round as one of the best third place teams, picking up 3 points. See what I mean? You lost twice. I don't think, when you really think about it, I don't think Ukraine deserves to go through to the next round. One of the teams who actually maybe picked up 3 draws, like maybe Spain could be that team that picked up 3 draws, or a team that actually performed a lot better and got 3 points, maybe them deserve to go through. You think about a team like Finland, you think about a team like Russia, or you think about a team like Denmark. If they win today, they could actually maybe come in second, but that group is kind of weird. But if Ukraine does go through, they will play a team from groups E or F, and groups E has Spain, Slovakia, Sweden in it, and those teams are the front runners to go through. So look, they also could play a team from group F, and you don't want to play a team from group F. That's a group of death. It might just be over for Ukraine, but they're still in with a shout, seeing that the teams that are currently third or looking like they're going to come in third has a similar record. Not so much a better record, but they have a similar record. And if they do not pick up wins in their final game, then you could see Ukraine with that negative goal difference, -1 goal difference, actually going through. But overall, I think it wasn't the best performance. I was disappointed in Ukraine. I expected better. I think the selection was a problem, in my opinion. I expected a lot better from Shevchenko. And it's very young and promising Ukrainian team. And they disappointed me. They really did. And I think they let down the nation as well. Will Shevchenko get the sack? I don't think so. I think he got something nice working with right now. So they should hold on to him. But even though they showed promise, they actually, fell short. And I think they will fall short of that best third place ranked team. So, Ukraine, disappointing. Coming in last in the group, North Macedonia made it as debutants, and I could say they should walk away with their heads held high. It was a very spirited effort, and maybe they deserve a draw maybe in one of the games, but overall, I never thought they would have got out of this group. This group was a bit too tough for them. Not the toughest group, but it was a bit too tough. They had their moments where they threatened. Pandev, Alioski had their moments. Elmas, Tchaikovsky. These guys had their moments. But I think they needed a guy like Bardi to step up. He didn't really step up to the plate at all. But I think Macedonia, when you really look at it on the end, Angelovsky and his boys would just be happy that they made it to the tournament, and they could say, okay, we have something to show for our progress in world football. So that's my thoughts on Group C. That's my thoughts on Group C. We have Group B action coming up a bit later, guys. I'll be live. I'm live every day once there's Euro 2020 action. And I'll be doing these reviews as the groups wrap up. So look for one on Group B, maybe tomorrow morning. Give my voice a little rest. You know what I mean? I've been talking a lot for the last 9 days or so. But overall, solid by the Dutch, and it looks like they could get far in the tournament. As for Austria, they would be very happy that they made it to the knockout round for the first time in their history. And the other teams in the group, a little disappointing. So, guys, I'm your boy Dominic Rich. Let me know your thoughts down below. Subscribe if you're new. Like the video if you like it. And until next time, I like to say, thanks for watching. Peace out. Rich Squad. Peace.